It's been nigh about 20 years since them couillon fool done broke magic, and the world ain't been right since. Monstre effrayant from them other worlds running round, terrorisé. And down in the bayou, in that there gris water, there's some kind of evil. C'est une sorte de démon maléfique. So beware, my friends. Go carefully. Attention, mes amis, allez-y, pro démon. Else that murky water gonna lead you to the grave. So come with us as we go on another fool's quest. Oh, de trouble.
But yeah, those were the two crawdads that were there. Up the tree, Bio Billy's up there, and he's just laughing. He got a kick out of that.
I have a migraine. My head is killing me.
Oh boy, you done tow him up, boy. This one, he want to stop and try fishing, he says as he gestures at Owen. That big one live near here. Boy, he think about dinner. We almost was dinner. You boys done pulled us out that fire. As he says this, they're both kind of climbing down from the tree. And Owen, first thing he said to you since you've seen here, and he looks a little abashed, a little embarrassed. So, look now, we came out here for a reason. You guys know we came out here looking for the merchant barge, right?
Yeah.
Well, we spouted it. A couple miles to the south. It's hung up in some trees, but something didn't seem right, so we were coming back for some backup, before we check it out. And, well, all right, he's right. I wanted to catch a fish. But, since you fellers are here and we're not too far off from it, you guys want to come along with us and go check out that barge? As I said, it's hung up in some trees, but just something seemed a little funny about it, and I didn't want to go without some more bodies around.
Well, as they're looking back and forth, probably to get an answer, I'm trying to bandage the like comically wrapping my midsection with whatever I can grab with like a cloak, and I took a hefty amount of damage.
Yeah, you're not feeling well.
No.
Yeah, I also took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
As these guys climb down out of the tree, Owen is a dragonborn. Green scales, but they're really dark green. And Bayou Billy is a turtle. Owen sees you, trying to patch yourself up a little bit. He's, I got a first aid kit in my tackle box over in the boat. Let me.
It's a funny story as the gust of wind.
Yeah.
That's all my
most heinous news, bro.
fishing tackle right there.
Did you keep? It blew up. I don't.
Well,
What were you keeping in there, man? Explosives? Because that's not where you keep those.
The problem's probably that stink bait I had in there. I guess the crawdads probably smelled it and tore it up, but
that'll do it. Yep.
Well,
that's probably it.
Yeah, probably every time, bro.
Tell you what, you guys do look a little bit beat up from that fight. If things get a little hairy, we'll just turn tail. We'll head back to town and get you patched up. But let's just go take a look, huh?
Oh, yeah,
I'll
sure.
be fine.
We'll take a look, no problem, I guess.
I just realized you guys got some. Well, two of you got some crazy just movement jank, don't you?
To run away?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also have expeditious retreat if it's necessary.
I look at my spiked tail, as he said, turn tail, and I'm like, turn it? How?
Whichever way you want. All right. So those fellers hop into Owen's boat, and he takes a look around when he sees there's only one oar, and he's, we've got to pull it in. And they pick up their poles and push off. And
oh, dude, we got a couple of those back in our boat.
Yeah, you probably need them to push your boat along.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're not all going in the same boat. Got it.
Yeah, this boat also would seat about 4 comfortably. So
yeah, got
figure
it.
It's pretty common model of boat.
Yeah, we'll follow.
All right.
I'm gonna go back to pushing the boat and just keep bitching the whole way. Let the old man push the boat. Kids these days have no respect.
You're the only one not beat up.
I'm just grumbling the entire.
Dude, just don't sneeze on me, bro.
You wouldn't be beat up if you would stop getting hit. So
That's fair.
you were just supposed to go squish them. I made you big and everything. I threw you an oar to swat them with. I don't.
Dude, they were as big as a cow, all right?
I could
did
not
my
have made that
best.
easier on you.
I did my best.
They said mean words to me.
Yeah, me too. That's why I kept missing. I didn't want to hear them
I
anymore.
didn't get a couple of those jokes, though.
They hurt anyway.
They hurt to tell.
It damages your
No,
soul.
you deserve this.
Worst ones I could find. All right, you guys are pushing the boat along and keeping pace with Owen and Bayou Billy. And the few animal sounds you hear in the swamp are pretty distant and muffled because it's still pretty foggy and chilly. And eventually you get to a part where the fog's sort of a little higher. About midway up the trees, maybe 15, 20 feet off the ground. And you can see a little ways along the swamp, along the water here, and you do spot the barge hung up in some cypress trees, just caught up on the roots. It's pretty far away, a few hundred feet, so you can't make out a lot, but it's there. Make perception checks.
17.
Not my strong suit.
8.
14.
Jesse, you notice as you're pulling the boat along and you go to push it off one of the cypress trunks, wedged into the roots is a little stone statue of a bird in flight.
Stone statue of a bird in flight. I'm gonna try and grab it.
You can reach it. You just kind of pull the boat a little bit closer, and you can reach out and grab it. It is exquisitely carved and perfectly life-size.
Perfectly life-size stone statue of a bird
In flight.
in flight.
In fact, you can't even really see a way where you'd be able to display this statue without it just tipping one way or the other.
Oh. Hey guys. Is this one of yours?
Whoa. What you got there, dude?
It's a bird. But it's a statue of a bird? Is this not yours?
No.
Okay. I guess we'll keep going towards it slowly, but I'm gonna be keeping my eye out in the water around for anything else that stands out like that.
Do you keep statues in the swamp, typically?
No, not normally. It must have come from the barge if it...
Maybe it was a ware he was selling. Do I recognize it with any kind of, historical...
Why don't you guys make Arcana checks?
Yeah.
16.
It's perfectly lifelike. You think this is a bird that's been petrified.
I got a 19.
You also think that.
11.
Take a little closer look.
I rolled a natural 20.
Mike, you're not sure. It's a nice statue.
We should go back and get help, likely, right? Do I know what would what would petrify it? I assume I must have some idea.
There are lots of ways things could get petrified. I mean, there's basilisks and cataplepuses and medusas and spells and
Whatever it is,
diseases
it's
and
big scary magic.
This bird looks afraid. It was petrified.
Can't stand it here. It's weird by my side.
Look. Maybe
So-
he got too
so
high
many
and got
nights.
stoned.
I'm gonna start pushing back the other way. Oh wait, you wanna let
I hate it here.
you wanna let Bill and the other one know?
yeah, they're pulling. They're getting a little closer to the barge there.
Billy, Owen, you guys might want to come back here.
Oh, what is that?
Because there's stone birds.
What do you mean, stone birds?
Well, They were normal birds, but something made them stones.
And as you say that, they're both, kind of planting their poles and stopping and trying to peer at that barge. They don't know nothing about no stone birds, but when you Billy say, man, you be closer here. It look like we can see some of them on there, but they ain't moving.
It might be a stone person.
You think they got turned to stone?
Presumably. Hey, you! Friend over there! Are you stone?
There is no response.
That's exactly what a stone person would say.
The logic is good, actually.
It sounds.
Hey, true that, bro. True that.
As much as I hate agreeing with him, he's right. We should probably go back and get more help than just us. Or...
Well, we were hired to save these two, and we found the barge. We know how to get back here, right?
Yeah.
So, we did our job. We can come back maybe after we get some rest?
I'd be down.
Because we don't want something like this just wandering near the town, do we? Turning birds and raft people into stones?
Yeah, we don't want that. I'm gonna make a mental note that I need to start making anti-stone potions.
Anti-stone potions.
You have to drink it preemptively.
Prevents it.
Yes.
If you're already, stoned, then
Yeah, that's should have bought the potions. Should have bought the potions.
Then you'll need munchies.
you're stoned, you're screwed. You're gonna eat so many chips. All right, so you guys want to turn the boat around and head back to Runoff.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the stone bird.
Owen and Billy seem okay with that. Owen especially. Billy's kind of looking over the shoulder as they're turning the boat, like eyeballing that barge. I don't see nothing there though. You're probably right. It's the wisest thing. And Owen's telling, oh, come on, Billy, we can come back out tomorrow. We've been out here for a day and a half anyway. I'm looking for my bed. They're cool with heading back. Takes you guys a few hours, though, and why don't you roll me a travel check as you do?
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. 7.
A nat 1.
Say a travel check?
Yeah.
Yes. Travel.
Should D20.
D20, yes. I'm sorry. Jesse's new to the podcast. Doesn't know our traditions yet.
8.
That was 7, 8, and then that one. So
Yeah.
nothing happens. It's uneventful as you head back. As we're heading back, so there's an interesting thing that's happened. About 20 years ago, there was these portals opening up all over the world and stuff. There was a couple of demon armies, marching across continents. It was crazy for a while. Some heroes put an end to that. There was a guy named Duché. He was a bad guy. He was trying to, destroy magic or whatever. These are things you've heard, But after that happened, magic was broken. And most magic users are only able to cast spells from a single school of magic, like abjuration or evocation or necromancy or whatever. No one that any of you have heard of is entirely sure why that's the case, but if you even if there's spells that you've known before that happened, after it happened, they no longer functioned, other than one school of magic.
Everybody got that? Good!
You both watched Ren cast spells from 2 different schools of magic during that fight.
I'm not entirely sure that Pilsner would be able to tell the difference.
Pilsner has Uncle Thaddeus, though. He might have some education. Why don't you make
Pilsner does have an ability that he hasn't used that will allow him to... it's like a magical awareness. When he watches someone cast a spell, he can as an action, he can open his awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. And until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 foot that isn't behind total darkness or total cover. And when I sense a spell, I learn which school of magic it belongs to. But I have to use that as an action.
As an action. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, it's not a passive.
And Pilsner being non-magical
Yeah.
himself mostly. Yeah, you probably wouldn't recognize that the spells are two different
Yeah,
schools.
I
of
recognize
magic,
that, yes, he was casting spells, but I wouldn't recognize it as, whoa, why'd you do that left turn there on that last one?
Yeah, but Elmer, you do recognize that was a what is that, evocation spell
Yep.
versus the
Conjuration.
with the conjuration
Yep.
that he'd been using previously.
Yeah, so I can't help but notice that you're wrong. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to work like that.
Are you sure you can't help but notice? Because not noticing would be great.
Does seem like a lot of trouble. Don't point that thing at me. I don't like it. You look over there.
Okay.
Pilsner just looks confused.
I'm gonna keep rowing the boat.
He's like going back between the two of them like it's watching a tennis match.
I go sit in the edge of the boat and look away like...
Just gonna keep rowing the boat while glancing over and scowling at him.
Oh, bros, are you guys like okay with each other? It's gonna be a thing.
He's wrong. You're not supposed to be like that.
Well,
I just keep
like what? What'd he do? I don't get it.
He's doing too many magics. It's some kind of witchcraft.
It kind of is. I get my magic from an outside source.
Well,
Yeah. My Uncle Thaddeus was pretty good with the magic stuff. He was pretty cool.
I'm gonna keep rowing.
All right.
I'm gonna keep rowing the boat and stare down at everyone.
Floating on back to Runoff.
I'm an angry old man. I just don't want to be here.
Get off my bayou.
I've got this bird. I'm just thinking about getting back. I'm going to grind it up. I'm going to put it in potions. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to be living easy.
Get out of my swamp. Or however Shrek talks.
That he just pull on Johnny Depp and wear it on your head.
Sorry.
All right, so yeah, you guys head back to Runoff. It takes you a few hours to get back. It's pretty near evening by the time you do, and you tie your boat up, and Bio Billy and Owen tie up Owen's boat at his little fishery. He's got his own dock there, but you head on into Miss Hattie's, and she's out on the porch. She's been out on the porch watching you guys pull in with Owen and Bayou Billy, and she's just so thrilled. Like, oh, you boys, you found them, you brought them back. I'm so thrilled. Why, I know I said I'd give you 50 gold pieces each, and I don't know how much those boys will do, but I'm gonna make sure it's 50 gold pieces each from each of them too, because boy, you brought them back, and they wouldn't have made it without you. I just know it. Know it. I had a feeling about you boys. I just know it.
Oh, Miss Hattie, that is so cool of you. Thank you.
And she pulls out 3 little bags of coins and hands one to each of you.
We should probably go speak with, what was the gentleman's name again that was in charge?
Oh, Constable Pete.
Constable Pete. We should probably go speak with Constable Pete about the stones and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so you go back to Pete's house. He's still sitting out on that porch in that rocking chair. This time he's got a glass of lemonade instead of coffee. And he's just hanging out. He sees you coming and sort of, he's not wearing a hat, but he tips it anyway.
We found the barge. Everybody's turned to stone. Have you heard anything about people being turned to stone?
Turned to stone? No, I haven't. Turned to stone.
Whoa.
Yes, there are.
Oh, you mean like the little bird? Oh, whoa.
Yes, I have one. I'd show him the bird.
He's impressed. That's a really nice. That's a real bird.
Well, it was. Now it's an ingredient.
Now it's been turned to stone. Okay.
If you flip it over, do that real quick. Just flip the bird.
Give me that. Take it back.
Sorry.
Stuff it next time.
I took some
These are
psychic
serious
damage.
matters.
Constable Pete takes 2 psychic damage. No, you made my head hurt. I deserve it.
You cruel thing.
I deserve every letter of that dad joke. Well, you guys probably made the right call coming back to town. We'll have to round up a posse tomorrow, go out and fetch that barge to see what we can see. I assume you fellers would be interested in joining us?
Well, I might need patched up a little bit, but yeah, hop down.
Well, I suppose you would. Why don't you go on over to Ralph's over there and Tell him it's on me.
Ralph. Cool. All right, bros. I'll catch you later.
No, I'm going to Ralph's too.
Oh, sweet.
I hope he's got some Tylenol or Anvil or something.
So you guys head over to Ralph's, which Ralph is he's Elmer's biggest competition in town as far as potions. Ralph's an actual apothecary, though.
Shut up!
So he does
Hold
have
up. Wait a minute.
Them's fighting words.
You'll get to just say that shit.
He does have a few healing potions in stock, and he gets you guys patched up to back up to full health.
Sweet.
The whole time he's well, if he said it's on him, I guess it's fine. It's just I don't have unlimited potions, so it's kind of an inconvenience. But I guess if it's on Constable Pete, he's gonna reimburse me. It's just who knows when the barge is gonna come.
Oh my God,
when I'm gonna
he's
be able
like
to
such a
restock
whiny
my
bitch, you know?
ingredients. Ralph is he's just a fat, greasy elf. You have to go into his house. He doesn't come out of it.
Ralph, if we go to the barge tomorrow and there's stuff on the barge, you might be able to resupply your inventory from that.
Well, if you go to the barge tomorrow and there's stuff on it, bring the stuff back so I can, please.
Is there specific stuff or just stuff?
Just, potion supplies.
Actually, I have tips on those. I need them to make the anti-stone potions. Do you have anti-stone potions, Ralph?
Anti-stone potions.
You don't even know what that is, do you?
I don't.
See?
I mean, I have stone to flesh potions.
Yeah, let's get those.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have them. I guess what I meant was I've heard.
You got like one of those like in a
Probably
spray
make
bottle or
them.
something? That'd be cool.
So, like,
a little spritzer.
do you actually not have them?
Well, no.
Oh.
I mean, I could have made them, but I
Yeah, if you were like
I didn't know.
good apoc.
I didn't know a whole barge was going to get turned to stone, okay?
Yeah. Seems like the type of thing you would have in case of emergencies, but it's okay.
He gets you guys all patched up. Miss Hattie, meanwhile, has made dinner, and she's excited for you guys to come back and eat dinner. She's just gonna just stuff you full and
Nice.
tuck you in, probably.
So
Ren
it's
is very confused because he thought that all apothecaries were also fortune tellers. So it's like, how did you not know it would be stone?
He's not a real apoc. He's a charlatan. I knew. Of course I knew.
Are charlatans fortune tellers too?
Sometimes?
Well, it's like the bugs and insects thing. Like fortune tellers are charlatans, but not all charlatans are fortune tellers.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when we get back to Miss Hattie's, I'll say, Miss Hattie, I apologize for the stench, but some of the ointments and balms that they put on me are kind of stinky. So I do apologize.
It's got a really sharp menthol smell.
Yeah, I know, right? But
Smells
man,
like,
I can breathe so well.
It smells like icy hot or Bengay or something.
It's like a walking tub of Bengay.
Yeah,
Does it stain the skin like iodine too?
absolutely. Yeah, you
yeah,
got an orange
yeah.
stripe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's like somebody dipped me in betadine or something.
Ooh-wee, sacrilege, hein? These gumbo yaya down here in the bayou, c'est très magnifique. We're gonna take a quick break to grab us some pralines and maybe dress us up a muffalata. Whew, and a lot of it is. Woo! Y'all hold on tight. We're gonna be right back after this. See, Cher? I told you we'd be right back. Time to get back to the amusement. Laissez les bons temps rouler. Let them good times roll.
That night, there's a generally celebratory atmosphere in town. It's a small community. There's only about 60 people that live here. So it's a pretty small place, and everyone had heard by that point that Bayou Bill and Owen had been gone in the swamp all night, and they were all a little worried. So you guys showed back up with them. Everyone's pretty happy. People buy you drinks. Miss Hattie feeds you.
Nice.
Bayou Bill and Owen come by Miss Hattie's common room that night, and she cajoles them into paying you guys 50 gold pieces each from each of them. So
Oh, wow.
in total, you
Nice.
guys got
100 apiece.
150.
Oh,
That's huge.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
They're very grateful for, not dying in the swamp. Night's a good time. Eventually, you hit your rooms, or, Elmer, do you want to head back to your shack, or are you just going to...
I'm going to stay.
Miss Hattie offers you a bed.
I'm going to stay here because there's a free room.
Yeah.
And a creature creating stone people outside the town.
He won't fall.
Well, yeah, there's that.
I made the anti-stone potion.
Is there
Oh, that's
that,
what.
though?
That's what. I'm gonna go up to bed a little early and spend the night chipping away and trying to grind up the bird into dust to put in potions to sell to people. It's like you have to build up an immunity.
Yes, it's like that bird's nest drink, but it's just bird.
Before bed, I'm going to give thanks to my fairy godmother, who helped protect me today.
She did indeed. As you,
You indeed have a very godmother.
I do have a fairy godmother. Thank you, fairy godmother, for helping me cast the flamey things from the hell, and thank you for the food that I got and the gold that they paid me. The gold was nice. I also would like to thank you for my friends and family. I made some new friends. Yes, it was really nice. Bayou Bill seems very sweet. I bet he could cook some really good crawdad bits. So, all right, good night, fairy godmother.
make a charisma check.
Oh, man. Oh, no. That's a nat 1.
Oof, roll that again.
Oh no.
That's a 9 total for the
9.
second one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You say your prayers and go to bed.
Well, damn.
Wow. So close to oblivion.
I just need to write that down.
Do you? Do you need to write it down? Whoopsie.
Okay. Now that that's written down. Yeah, you guys sleep well. You wake up in the morning to, those swamp chickens crowing or whatever they do. Whatever they have in the swamp. I don't know. I've never been to one.
Swamp chicken?
I've never been to the bayou.
I wake up before the
Probably
chickens, actually.
Yeah, you wake up and wake them up.
Yeah, that's.
And then they're crowing about that. They're mad.
Cock-a-doodle don't.
I go downstairs at 4:30 and bitch about the lack of a continental breakfast.
Gumbo from yesterday.
Yeah, Miss Hedge is still in bed. She ain't got none now. There's some old dry bread on one of the tables. Looks like someone already ate some of it and then got sick of it. You can eat that.
It's probably Ralph.
It's probably Ralph. This bread is dry.
Fucking hate Ralph.
Fucking Ralph.
Fucking Ralph.
Stupid Ralph. Ralph the elf. I'm not sorry. All right. The next morning, bright and early, Bayou Billy comes over to Miss Hattie's. And, you guys are all up and around. You're down eating breakfast. Oh, you boys up and around. We rounding up a posse this morning, going out to fetch that barge and see what's going on out there. Y'all coming back out with us?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Owen, he said he got to find him another oar. Seemed like one of them crawdads broke his oar. He's still grumbling about that tackle box. I told him that stink bit ain't good for nothing but smelling bad.
Maybe there's a new tackle box on the barge. Maybe it's not stone.
I bet they got some tackle boxes on there, and if they all turn to stone, they ain't gonna use them. I tell them that.
Yeah, hey.
Where's the lie,
Anyway, we rounding up to leave about an hour. You want to get your boat around and
Sounds good, bro.
and we'll meet you out on the swamp in about an hour. And he heads out. Looks like he's going kind of door to door, knocking, seeing who all's coming along.
Start sharpening the axe.
Very intrigued by the idea of taking people's stuff, so let's go. Look, they're stone. They don't need it. I need it.
Yeah, I like that rationale.
Yeah, you guys finish your breakfast up, and you head down about an hour and down to the boat, and you see there's about half a dozen guys besides Owen and Bayou Bill. All similar boats, flat bottom boats, real shallow draft because of swamp. And yeah, you start pulling your way upstream as a little swamp boat fleet. And again, it takes a couple hours, but the barge is in the same place and about where you guys stopped yesterday to talk things over. The whole fleet kind of pulls up and hangs out for a minute, discuss things. And Bayou Billy, he kind of takes lead. He okay, boys, now you see from here, you can't see much, but ain't no one on that boat who respond to any kind of call. So we gotta go on over there, climb up and see what's going on.
Is it still foggy like it was?
That's a little bit clearer this morning. The sun's peeking through, and it's kind of burned off most of the fog. It's a little bit warmer, a little bit
Okay,
nicer.
so visibility's improved a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Get a better lay of the land and location.
Yep. Now, just from where the barge is at, under these cypress trees and all that sphagnum moss and whatever else hanging down, it's hard to make out much of it, but you can see it's there. But that's why from here you can't really tell what's going on. But Bayou Bill says, all right, time to go a little closer. You boys come on along now. And he starts pulling his boat on closer to the barge.
Hey, Elmer, did you make any of that de-stoner goop?
Yes. I pull out the potion bottle that was the potion bottle from the potions they had yesterday, and it's got some water and brown bits and some pieces of stone. You just drink this. You just build up an immunity.
See, I just drink it beforehand, and then I
Yeah.
don't be stoned.
Yeah, it builds up an immunity. Your body's going to know what it's like to be stoned and say no.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like a stone potion.
Nope.
All right, I've never experienced such a thing, but here's to not getting stoned today.
There's a first time, and this is going to be wonderful. You're in for a treat.
Did you drink it? I ask as I take a full swig.
Sure.
Response.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would have done.
Oh, that's real crunchy.
Tastes real chalky. There's a couple of little pebbles in it still.
And this is very effective tasting.
Overwhelmingly like cherry. I just dump that into all of my potions. So you can't.
Try not to chew.
Makes you sleepy because the cherry flavoring is actually cough syrup.
Most of my potions are just repackaged to other people's potions.
It's a NyQuil and kitty
I
litter.
just split it up, water it down, and sell it again.
Jeez. Cutting healing potions with vinegar.
Don't give him ideas.
Healing potion tastes like pickles. No, yes, the properties of the brine enhance the. Gotta go.
It's good for your gut biome.
Gut biome. All right. So the fleet pretty much just heads on over to the barge, pulling their boats over, and everyone pulls up alongside it. And it's the barge is again a very shallow draft. It's loaded but not heavily. But there's several crates stacked on it, and there are several statues all over the barge. At the rear end of it, there is a little shack, and then the main part of it's just a flat platform, essentially, up on a couple of big pontoons. Yeah, it's silent. There's no one moving. You can see a few statues here and there, though. Interestingly, the statues are all wearing clothes.
What kind of activities are the statues engaged in?
A couple of them are holding a rope. Looks like they were pulling a crate that's got the other end of the rope wrapped around it. And there's one that's just like peering with his hand up, like to shield his eyes from the sun, peering off into the distance. Just generally day-to-day stuff for the most part.
Okay, so it doesn't look like they're like in combat poses with weapons or... Okay.
Nope. Does not look like they were at all worried when they were petrified.
So either it's not something they were fighting and they were caught completely unaware.
All of you make Arcana checks.
I would also like to make an investigation check to look for a toolbox or
Are you
tackle box.
climbing up on the barge?
I'm going to, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
19.
19.
Arcana for me. Ooh, 22.
This is the second time that you've had us do an Arcana check, and I've rolled a natural 20 on both to have 19.
Wait, what? Wait. Are you a wizard with -1 Arcana?
I'm a sorcerer with -1 Arcana, yes.
Makes a little more sense, but
I don't know how I do it. It just happens.
That's awesome.
As you're looking at these petrified people and the state that they're in, which is just everyday kind of thing, this, you all realize, appears to be the result of a wild magic burst.
Oh, man, I thought it kind of smelled familiar around here.
And Ren, as you climb up on the barge, you said,
Yep.
you don't really see anything different from up here, but you start looking through the stuff. There's stacks of crates here and there, and the barge is clearly sectioned off for, like, each section is a separate merchant's cargo kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
There is a few tackle boxes. Looks like most of them enjoy fishing on their trips down the stream here. Make your search or your investigation.
I rolled a 14.
14. You also find the shipping and passenger manifest as well as the crew roster. In the little shack at the back of the barge, there's a desk in there. It appears to be sort of the barge captain's quarters or whatever. There is a little desk, and it's got the shipping and passenger manifest, and it's got the crew roster in there.
Now,
do you go through any of the crates or anything, the merchant's goods, or
no? So, as somebody who is trained to be a scribe, a shipping manifest or something similar to, a manifest would be right up my alley. So I wouldn't go through the crates or the goods, or I wouldn't search through any of that because that doesn't make sense to me. But the manifest would, so I'd start looking through any oddities there.
Or maybe an insight check.
Nope, that's an 8.
You don't notice anything readily apparent.
I'm gonna start digging through crates and everything just for potion making supplies, glassware.
Okay. You do know one of the sections of the barge there is obviously dedicated to someone who has some experience there, and there's some alchemical equipment, like a retort and a alembic. I don't know what those things are, but I'm pretty sure they're alchemical equipment. So there's a retort and a alembic. You're like, okay, that's the spot to look. And you open up one of the crates, just a smaller crate, but it's packed with straw, and there are 6 potions actually in it. They're not labeled or anything, though. But there's looks like 3 different types, 2 of each potion.
I'm gonna pop them up and then sniff them.
The first ones you're able to identify as healing potions. They smell like that menthol. The second ones also smell like that menthol, but even more strongly. Like as soon as you pop the cork, your eyes start stinging and watering. I demonstrated how you have to jerk back when that happens, so that's why I got quiet there. Your eyes start stinging and watering as you sniff those ones, so that's probably also some sort of
Health related.
It's
probably good for you.
The third ones, you pick them up, and they appear to be empty. As you're about to pull the cork, you can see some sort of swirling mist inside them.
Ooh. Would I be familiar with any of the ingredients involved, or could I?
Make me an intelligence roll.
It's a 0.
What the fuck?
No.
Oh, that's that mist potion.
That's a
I'm gonna
bottle.
stuff it in my pocket.
Hey, Pilsner, I'm looking at the shipping manifest, and it looks like there's about 9 tackle boxes here. Could you grab it? I found a few here, but look around some of the other areas. There's tackle boxes.
Sure.
As you're flipping through the shipping manifest, you also see an inventory of those potions. 2 of them are healing, 2 of them are greater healing, and 2 of them are called bottled breath.
Oh, Elmer, did you find potions over there? It looks like I see some vials.
Yes, I found potions. Yeah.
Okay, there are these here on the manifest. I don't know what they would look like, but 2 of them are potions of healing, 2 of healing, 2 of greater healing, and 2 potions of bottled breath.
I know that. Obviously, I know what they are.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to match out what's on here. Clearly, you're a better fortune teller.
I just. Yes, yeah. It's about time somebody noticed.
You're a better charlatan.
I'm gonna go back to.
As Pilsner's roaming around looking through the things, his eyes will begin to glow, sort of like a whitish blue. As he doesn't even think about it, but his magic awareness kicks in. So until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover.
And interestingly, standing in the middle of the barge, you can cover the whole thing with that. You do note, well, first off, those 6 vials that he has are all magical. Mm-hmm. But standing right in the middle of the barge, you know one of these statues has got a magical weapon on it. Another one's got a ring, and another one is wearing a magical robe. It's a black silk robe with red snakes embroidered on it.
So a weapon, a ring, and a robe.
And you get if it's behind total cover, you can't sense it, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's all you sense.
Okay.
Hey, Bayou Bill, are you guys out there still?
Yeah, we out here. What's going on up there?
Well, I can't find the source of what made people turn to stone yet, so don't come on board. Quite yet. We're still looking around, but everything's good so far.
All right, we still hooking these ropes up, trying to pull this barge out of here. So y'all make sure everything's tied down up there. Might be a little bit of a jerk. And he says he's directing some of the other folks that came with to tie ropes at various points on the barge, and they're going to try to get it unwedged from there.
I'm going to see if I can locate these three.
You can. The robe is on. Actually, the guy who was peering over the edge, he's wearing the robe.
Is it also petrified?
It is not. None of their clothes are. Just the flesh.
Oh, okay.
That's what you meant by, weirdly enough, they were wearing clothes.
Yeah,
So when you said that earlier,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have been more clear with
fully
that.
imagined, like, were they supposed to be naked?
They're statues. They're always naked. Well, you never been to Greece?
You've been to the museum, right?
My bad.
Never been to Greece? Hey, just speaking, did you know French fries are not cooked in France? They're cooked in Greece.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the next one for the crawdads. But
You know. You're a real son
Didn't
of a
we
bitch.
kill them?
Yeah. We killed them to make it stop.
take
two
a second.
two psychic damage.
No,
Our
yeah.
listeners
Their clothes and equipment are not petrified. In fact, only the living beings that were on here are.
Spiffy.
You do find another bird that seems to have fallen onto the deck and broken, but it's petrified too. And there's a snake wrapped around a branch up above.
It's like something burst, like a wild magic explosion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elmer, do you recognize any of these people? And I'll take the passenger manifest over to him.
I'm going to read through it. Do I recognize any of these people?
You don't recognize any of the names. It looks like the passenger manifest shows 7 merchants, and none of the names are familiar to you. It doesn't say what their products are or anything in that manifest, but there are 7 different merchants, and then the rest of the people on board were crew, which the crew roster shows there are 7 crew members and 8 crew members and the captain, so 9 total.
So there should be a total of 16 people on this boat.
There should.
I don't recognize any of these people, but I'm going to go through and check how many statues there are.
15.
We're missing a body.
And Pilsner, as you managed to finagle the robe off that guy.
Okay.
Just barely, because his hand is almost touching his brow, and then it would have just been stuck for good. But you're able to wedge that sleeve through there and peel it off.
I'm not apart from breaking things to remove it. Oops.
You managed to get off without breaking him.
What? Sorry.
And you move on over to the one of the crew members who's got the magical weapon, and his belt just comes off real easy, and then his pants fall down, which is unfortunate. But
I point and laugh.
he was going to catch him, but he's petrified.
Great.
He's completely scared.
And you go over to the guy with the ring and make a insight I think it'd be insight.
12.
12 is enough to know. The guy is kind of crouched down on one knee, and he's got one hand up, and as you approach, you catch the angle, and you're like, man, it looks like he should be holding the lid of something open, like a chest or something in front of him. But the hand's empty, and there's nothing in front of him.
Curious. All right. So he has a ring on him?
He does.
All right. Snatch the ring.
All right, so you got that ring, the weapon, and the robe there.
Does it look like the captain is one of these people that are statues?
If you had to guess, you'd guess that the one that he just took the ring off of was the captain. He seems to be a little more well-dressed and just has an air of authority about him, even petrified.
And I assume the merchants are probably easy to identify versus the crew, right? The crew's probably like wearing swamp gear, stuff that they can get into the water with, stuff like that. And the merchants probably are a little bit finer.
Yeah, the merchants are dressed a little less ruggedly, a little more, nicer clothes, stuff they're not going to want to jump in the water with that.
Right.
It's pretty easy to tell which ones are which.
So after my questions with Elmer,
Do I think that one of the merchants is the person missing, or one of the crew is the person missing?
Appears to be one of the merchants.
Elmer, I think you're on to something. It looks like one of the merchants is gone.
Well, obviously I knew that.
Hey, Dids, it looks like this one might have been holding something open, like maybe a chest or something. Might be important, don't know.
So we're missing a merchant and a chest.
Do your secret powers allow you to look back in time to see what happened here?
I can try. I'm gonna...
Make your roll for that. You failed. Isn't that 20? It doesn't matter.
Deception.
You can't remember anything.
I'm gonna press the digitation and make just like soft chimes and a puff of smoke in front of me. No, this is blocked to me.
Drats.
Clouded the future is.
Always in motion. Hard to see.
Whatever happened here, it just blocked it off. It can't be seen.
All right, well, I think we're safe to let the other people up on the barge, maybe, if they need to.
It seems reasonable.
Seems like it's pretty safe.
I am curious, where did the box go?
As you say that, there's a little bit of a jerk and a splash in the barge rocks a little bit as they've managed to pull it off of the roots that had it hung up.
Constable Pete, Bayou Bill, it looks like things are safe up here if anyone wants to come up and look around.
Yeah, I'll be over there in a minute. So what does it look like happened to them folks, huh?
They got turned to stone.
Turned to stone. Well, I think we knew that already.
I thought that was a weird question to ask.
So before everybody gets on board, I'm going to hand the ring to the goblin. What do you make of this? And hand the robe to Ren.
Bite the ring and sniff it, polish it, and do I make anything of it?
So the ring is a ring of acid resistance, and it is pretty self-explanatory. You get resistance to acid damage while you're wearing it. The robe...
Yeah. No more heartburn, dude.
is the robe of serpents. The robe is emblazoned with 7 stylized snakes. It's a black silk robe, and the snakes are embroidered in red. And as a bonus action on your turn, you can transform one of the robe's serpents into a giant poisonous snake. The snake instantly falls from the robe, slithers into an unoccupied space next to you, and acts on your initiative count. The snake can tell friendly creatures from hostile ones and attacks the latter. The snake disappears in a harmless puff of smoke after 1 hour when it drops to 0 hit points or when you dismiss it. Once detached, the snake can't return to the robe, and when all of the robe snakes have detached, the robe becomes a non-magical garment.
Cool.
How many charges did it have?
7.
And then once those 7 are gone, it's just a robe.
Correct.
And the what kind of weapon is it?
It is a great axe.
Oh,
plus
nice.
1. Plus 1 great axe. No special powers or anything. It's just a little bit magic.
I like it. Well, hey, bros, if there's no contention here, I'd like to keep this. It's nice and shiny.
As you say that, Bio Billy's climbing up the side of the barge. You don't keep that axe. That ain't yours. I'm just kidding. They ain't gonna have no use for it. And he turns around and says, "Hey, you boys. Anyone got a problem? He keeps this axe he found over here. Boy, you know we ain't even find this whole barge if it weren't for these boys." And everyone's like, "Nah, no problem. You can keep it. I don't want an axe."
All right, cool.
It seems unlikely that I'd use it.
The axe.
A goblin with a great axe.
Had to really consider it though.
That'd be terrifying.
It's just sitting on the ground. I have to look up at the head. Yeah, it's probably too big.
A couple of more guys climb up on the barge, and they grab a couple of poles from the barge and start pushing that out towards the center of the stream and say, "All right, we're going to take these barges on back to town here to Runoff, and we're going to see what we can see in these supplies. But you boys need anything else around here?"
I'm going to check real quick. Does it... So, like, the whole barge is still here. Are there any, like, boats or anything that could have been taken to get off of the barge?
No, there's no boats attached to it. You don't know if there were.
Okay. So if there was, then they're gone now.
Yeah, if there was, they're gone now.
Okay.
If there was a chest here, then stands to reason that someone dragged that chest away, right? So there's probably a trail dragged through the bayou.
Yeah.
Do we want to stay here with our little raft dinghy thingy and investigate?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea there, bro.
Unless Pilsner's mistaken and there was no chest and he's leading us in the wrong direction so he can kill us with his great axe.
No, dude, no. I have no harsh intentions to y'all.
I was just joking. We're vibing, man.
Rock on, bro.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, so you guys are gonna stay here, or
Yeah,
and
yeah.
take
We'll
it-
stay behind. We've got our own little boat, so we can make our way back to town.
I like how we've got a boat now.
Yeah, eventually all of these
The
guys-
curmudgeon goblin brought us a boat.
Eventually, all the townsfolk there kind of tie their boats onto this barge, and they're pushing the barge back downstream. Downstream towards Runoff at a pretty good clip. You guys, meanwhile, head back over to this little stand of cypress where the barge was hung up. I assume. Make investigation rolls.
2. That's 19 plus 1, 20.
Nat 20! So
Dice are
23.
hot tonight. 23.
Dang.
So you two, not you.
Too busy pushing the boat again. Get real tired of these two shit.
Too busy complaining. Goddamn fucking.
You're over there breaking fingers off of statues, trying to make potions out of them.
Not trying. I'm succeeding. Hey, look, I gave him the no stone potion. Is he stone?
Oh, that's true.
Because I'm Magic Man.
Oh,
I'm a Magic
you-
Man. That's what that is.
Hey, gotta go with the success rate, you know?
1 for 1.
Investigation shows you can see where the barge ran up into the cypress trees. But judging by the damage on the trees, it appears to hit with some force, which you wouldn't have expected, really, because this is a real slow-moving kind of stream. So you don't know what to make of that. There is also, though, across those roots, some drag marks. It looks like someone was dragging something large and heavy, but they go right into the murky black water.
I told you guys there would be drag marks here where Pilsner said the chest got dragged. So it ends like 7 feet away, though. So that's great.
Well, does it stand to reason that it, continues into the water?
That does stand to reason.
Yep. Okay. Well, who's the best swimmer? I bet we could find it.
I am not the best swimmer.
I'm a decent swimmer, but I don't want to swim.
The water's murky and black. There's green, what is that stuff? Duckweed floating around on top of it and stuff. You can't really see under it at all, but it's generally not very shallow in most parts of the swamp.
Well, maybe we'll go old school with it and go out with the dinghy and probe down below in the path of the marks.
All right.
With the poles.
Yeah, you push the boat around the other side of this little stand of cypress because it looks like it was dragged across the roots where they were tangled together and further into the swamp. So you push the boat around and you start poking with the poles, and sure enough, there's a thunk.
Whoa.
Hit something solid down there.
Bros. Right here, dude.
Cool. Who's going to go down and get it?
I'm
Sploosh. I'm already in.
Oh.
All right.
I'm going to attempt to mold earth and bring it up. Is it too many?
Dude, I was going down and it was coming up. It was really cool.
Mold earth. What's that spell?
I can target an area of loose earth. You can instantaneously excavate it, move it along the ground, and deposit it up to 5 feet away. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You can pull it up with that, and you just kind of... It's real muddy, sloppy stuff, so it's up onto the roots, but the chest is
Stop
there.
me from jumping in the water, though.
No,
he
doesn't
so.
have to.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
After you jumped in it.
Stupid dwarf. This is much easier.
I don't know why you did that. I told you we didn't need to swim. It's too much swimming. It's too much work.
Yeah, you've pulled up a large wooden chest. It's It's big, it's heavy, looks very sturdy, and it's got a big shiny lock on it.
Did you see a stone merchant while you were down there?
Oh, dude, I didn't see shit.
Couldn't see nothing.
Yeah, you went dark vision.
Yeah, no. I can't swim, so I wasn't even gonna.
No. Oh, but look, he brought it up. Awesome.
Make insight checks real quick.
Jesus Christ! Oh, that's a 19, a natural 19.
18.
You guys are on fire. Y'all realize that chest is locked, but it appears to be the one that man had been holding open when he was turned to stone. Mm-hmm. So whoever moved it there also closed it up and locked it, put a big hefty lock on it, and most likely intends to come back for it at some point.
I'm gonna check and see if I can get the lock open.
I'm going to hang back about 10
Yeah,
feet.
so I'm just
with
gonna see if I can.
Great Axe.
Oh, I'm just gonna attempt to pry it open or jimmy it open in some way.
Yeah, you're tugging on it, and you get a big hefty stick and try to pry. It's real solid though. It's not coming.
Are you sure you want to do that? You know, I mean, there's like birds and snakes and stuff that will be stoned.
That could happen. That's why I didn't open it. I was just seeing how good the lock was.
Well, Ren took your potion, and maybe he should open it.
That's true. You did drink the potion.
Oh, I did drink the potion.
You should open it far away from here.
Okay, where can we drop me off?
Why don't we wait until? Well, are we gonna? Do you think somebody's coming back to this? Do we want to?
It seems like someone might have stashed it there to come back for it at another time when they might have transportation.
Do you want to try and wait? They probably won't be gone long. It's kind of valuable.
Well,
I
it's
doubt they'll
already
wanna
been
leave
here
it.
for 4 days.
That's true.
Near as you can figure, because that's about how many days late the barge is.
Yeah, I think we could stake this place out.
Give it a couple days, and then if we don't see anybody, then we'll try taking the chest back to town.
Close enough nearby that you'd be in sight. There's a muddy little island, got some big ferns on it. You could easily set up a little camp there and keep an eye on the spot here.
Yeah.
How long does the potion last that you gave me?
Well, no, you'll have to drink more each day with higher quantities of the stone in it. You have to build up an immunity.
Matter of fact, better take this arm.
That tracks.
By day 4, I'm not grinding it up anymore. Just give him a rock. Eat it.
Chew on this for a while.
just chew it for a while. It's fine. Your teeth will grow back. It's part of the potion.
Rockin. Such strong hands.
All right, so you guys, you make your way over to that little island. It's not tough to get to. It's pretty close, but not right there, so that you can kind of hide and stake out a little bit the spot here. So if anyone comes from any direction except directly behind you, you'll probably see them before they get to where they can see you.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.